Hey, to all our fair to sort of to stop the beat at such an exciting time. Yeah, we have to listen to music these days. We have to watch podcasts these days. Hey, guys, the league is basically over. It's all about fair to how's everybody doing? It's been such a while. I miss you guys so much. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Happy People TV Orlando Pirates fan channel. This is the Big Three show like we do every Monday. Aye, African time. We are on time this time. But there is one African. There's just one African that's still lagging a little bit behind. And that would be Temba the Sandawana. Hey, fashionably late. Important man. I'm joined by Mr. Coach, say Happy People TV, Lana, the Buccaneer of all Buccaneers, and I've got Khoso Vegeta Sama joining us for the representation of the Kaizer Chiefs, the mighty. Welcome to the Big Three Show podcast. One to one, Mr. Coach. I know you already. Also, how's it feeling that side of Soweto?
Can I be honest, guys? Ever since Nedbank, my league is basically over. I don't care anymore. I'm in camp. I got a trophy. The last two games, I was like, top 8 maybe, because technically Sundowns and Pirates tried to open a way for us, beating cheaper, beating the people around us. But I think we're still drunk from Nedbank. So I think I'm drunk with the team, guys, to be honest. I'm looking at the summer. Yeah. Nabi, is he staying? Is he going? That drama. I don't like it. Get rid of that guy, man.
Thank you for mentioning that because it is one of our topics. We have a couple of topics from the thumbnail and the title. Apparently there's a Nabi dilemma. Sundowns. I wish there was something bad to say about Sundowns right now. Something legal. Something from the police station. Why don't we go to these police stations? So
another 15 charges,
So it's the Nabi issue for Pirates. It's the question mark issue. And Sundowns are the issue, man. Mr. Coach. Arna Coach.
Oh, yeah, he's gone.
Hey, that's my coach. If you see a Buccaneer in the streets, ask them how they're doing, and then ask them again, check on them for real. Every time you're going through a day, minding your own business, hey, coach. It's a really, really, really big deal, bro. Like, especially thinking about season if but we still have 3 games to watch. And we had 4 before this show. And already the first one doesn't bring confidence to the other 3. And second place is finalized and what have you. So check on your partner.
Dog. We are in deep trouble, because dog, that feeling of not having a coach, it's like, oh, why are you so sad? No, Tlapaka, Zakala. What happened? Coach. Oh, well, I've heard that before. It's like, yes, of course you've heard it before. It happens. Sometimes we lose our coaches. It's not like, it's guaranteed that we're always going to have the right coach at the right time, doing the right things. We had our plumber. He's gone. And now we are returning to the realms of reality. Mfethu. Mfethu. I'm not happy who hung, Mfethu. Me, I'm not.
Is there a short list at least? Like, what's going on?
Bruh, do you want the truth? Or what do you want?
Yes. Like I said, I've been drunk off my Nedbank cup. So me, I just need to know what's going on in the streets. Is there a short list?
Why does it sound sinister, Nyana? So, Kare.
Guys, come on.
You are not
I've got
asking
my
for the
own
right
problems.
reasons.
No, I've got my own problems, okay? My club doesn't know if they want to win or not anymore. If they taste one cup in 10 years, a criminal must stay. That's my problems, guys. Let's deal with your problems. What's going on with you guys?
I get therapy session you need to mus. Yo, Mpetu. No, I don't know of no, there isn't an official shortlist. No, there is no official shortlist. That is the truth, bro, because you know what they're talking about?
Links.
They're talking about I heard a
Nothing.
story of Pirates, the coach that they're going to choose, don't worry fans, he won't mess up Jose's good work. We are looking for somebody who can carry on with that legacy, and that's fine. I would have liked to hear that the day he got announced to Rawavaya.
I was about to say, you guys have had a lot of time to at least create a short list between, because remember, there was the initial announcement, right, which is, this guy's leaving, and then there was he wants to go early. And between those two time periods, that's a lot of time. I would have thought that that first announcement meant, hey, guys, we are announcing because we are looking. But it feels like we were announcing just to get on top of it because now we are looking. Only now.
Oh, shit. We got to find a coach. Just as shocked
That's
as
what it
we
looks
were.
like from the outside. I'm not going to lie. Because at the time I was like, this is tasteless. But at the same time, Pirates can look for a new coach. Okay, fair, they sharp. But like now it just looks like, was this just PR Vela? So I was right about all of this.
Here's the thing. One, and journalists have said this. I've heard Andile even said, Barry, when it comes to Orlando Pirates, you will not know anything that they don't plan for you to know until you can guess and what, but you can't actually call somebody and get a leak or get some sort of direction. So the issue is that we have no idea where they are in their process. They could be done, or they could be actually going through an L. For example, you'd expect that good coaches are employed, spoken for, with maybe a few exceptions, like maybe a Marcelo Koller, who recently just also became a free agent. Really shouldn't include Bobito if we're being realistic. They don't necessarily go with how we hire coaches, historically at least. Let's just talk about that part. So when you consider those two things, it's really tough to actually have any idea what's going on. Everybody's just spitballing, guessing, throwing names around.
Yeah.
Like, this is just, we're having conversations here. But it's got nothing to do with the actual coaching candidates. And that's probably what causes the most anxiety, at least for us, Mafani. We might only find out when they come back for preseason.
Hey, who's going to take them to preseason? Please, not Mandla, please.
Oh, but gents, when you look at how Pirates has dealt with the whole situation and the way they've released information, don't you think to a degree they owe it to the fans, even if they want to keep it hush-hush until it's signed on the dot, just to continue the trend of saying, guys, we've been informing, because for me, it almost as if they want to appear as if they are in charge of the situation.
Okay. Sorry, Tog, I'm going to stop you very quickly. The entire Saling saga proved that management owes us nothing as far as they're concerned. Please, you can go on.
So, us as fans, we get nothing. But yes, you just said that, Mr. Coach. Because now Khoto's like, hey, Mara, at least. And they don't deal with at least these people.
you can't have an interlude and then just leave us on a cliffhanger. You started the story, is all I'm saying. Can you at least, when you're done,
as far as they're concerned, they've got all the time in the world and they know what they're doing, and we don't need to know.
Because time moves.
Bruh. And you know what? For now, I feel like when I discovered football fan channels, it seemed like, okay, Siaringa, like we do until I realized, oh man, this thing actually has an impact in fit. So they are really stunting us by giving us nothing because we're just crazy people if we talk about the happens so. Who told you that and how do you know any of that? Crazy man. So yeah, they've got us in the chokehold.
Who told you that?
They've got us in the chokehold. Because I want to see how José speaks. I want to see if his press conferences change or if he remains the same.
Is it confirmed that it's Al Ahly?
Yeah, well, I believe so. Yeah, is it confirmed? Like,
he's in Cairo. That's confirmed as we speak.
Okay,
he's in Cairo.
Oh, it's not going to be Pyramids. I mean, Pyramids are in the final. They doing the thing, so it's not gonna be. And Al Ahly fired their coach. So
apparently, Zamalek is also in the race.
Okay,
or something like that. It was linked, so it could be. But what do I know, bro? I just know that he's in Cairo.
So Pirates is even secretive about other people's news. Pirates is dangerous.
They'll let the leakers leak. I mean, remember what hey, you and Temba in the comments. I'll read them just now, but I was just saying, I know with Buccaneers you'll never think you thingy. You'll never look at the news and think you know what's going on. So yeah, no, because I distracted myself with those comments, let me just go through them. So hey, he killed you and he's like, you guys, in order to challenge us, rather just combine your teams. It's from the same place and you just put them back together now. And then Vegeta replies saying, oh, Orlando Chiefs. Nah. Hold on. Orlando Chiefs? Hold on. There's no way you can even put it together. You can't even say Kaizer Pirates. That doesn't sound right. There's no way you can spin it. I don't know. How could you even type those words, Vegeta? Right? Anyway.
You might have to form a new club because, like overseas, a lot of the United football clubs happened because two local clubs actually merged into one club. And that's how you get the United part of the... So who knows? Maybe
why
we'll be so
United.
He's even smiling, bruh.
It sounded ridiculous, but there might be something there. I'll tell you why. Do you honestly, both of your gents, when you look at the future, the next 10 years of the PSL, do you honestly vision any team besides Sundowns winning more than the 5 league trophies?
No, that's what's... You know what it is? You think I'm smiling, ne? It's actual stress because as much as it's so that these guys have won the 8th one now.
Yeah.
The 8th title.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Next year still feels like...
But the numbers are worse.
Yeah, it's 8 in a row. What hope is there technically that next season's going to be a different story? Because the amount of money and investment these guys are going to be able to make compared to the rest of the league with no financial fair play.
Like, have a manager of people.
Yes. There's no financial fair play to protect any of us, mind you. And even if you wanted to put FFP, look at the money they are getting just from the competitions they are winning and are in. So I'm concerned, bro. It's genuine concern to say, guys, we all might have to try by all means necessary next year to combine forces as the 2nd to 16th team to say not this year. Somehow it has to be PSL All-Stars versus Sundowns next year. That's the only way they are not winning the league. PSL All-Stars versus Sundowns.
It's true. Like, I'm getting actual chills now. So, like, those guys, this season they went through a coaching change, a bit of a change in philosophy, a lot of doubt. There was a little bit of turmoil with the coach and the players for a small period. It was a small period, right? But those guys still hit 73 points, bro. Like, I'm actually concerned. Okay, let's just say...
For me, it's a sign of they know when to change it. What if they averted the disaster
The most
before it
concerning thing
happened?
for me is that, that's a problem, bro. That's a huge problem because when again I look ahead and I say, okay, what would it take to overthrow Sundowns? And when I think about it, it's quite ridiculous because first of all, you kind of need to buy the league the way they do. Like the fact that Sundowns have a fresh team on the 28th game of the PSL or on the 30th on a normal season, yet on the 30th game, they actually have a fresh squad looking forward to a Club World Cup, looking forward to a Champions League, is because they actually have depth for it. Like, if it's we speak and we scream and we pull out our hair about them buying the league, but they have done it so much up to this point. Just to catch up is gonna take at least 3 seasons of intense investing. So now my concern is like, okay, wait a second. Am I living in South Africa now where Sundowns is the number 1 team, period?
On the continent.
I don't know. I can't live with that.
Mfethu, hello there, Mr. Temba. Hello, Mr. Temba. Hello, Sandawana.
Big up, guys. Sorry for being late, man. Well,
good. Yeah.
I was on the chat. I hear what you guys are talking about, and honestly, the fact that Orlando Pirates somehow have not been able to put out some list of a coach for the job is actually shambolic, because there's no way you want to tell me they did not know he was going to leave 2 weeks before now. There should be somebody on ground already, or a list of managers that was going to replace this guy. He just got to tell you how the club is being run is embarrassing. Like, this manager told you guys. First of all, last week we were talking about the fact that they did not put it out in time. They made it look as if the coach just from nowhere decided he's going to leave. Whereas they knew weeks before then and did nothing. Okay, fine and good. The guy mentioned he's going to leave. You said it to the fans. So what stops you out there from bringing names, even though you know for a fact that, yes, these guys, we are not going for them. But sometimes what you want to do is put excitement with fans. You can just list out some top 5 coaches saying, oh, these are the guys we want, one of each of them. And the fans will see it and be like, yes, let's just compare. Does it make sense?
Nah,
then
but these guys
at the end of the day, you can do what you want to do. Get who you want to get. But he just get to tell you how the club is being run is actually disgraceful. And coming to what I said about you guys, combining the team, honestly, you know what is this, man? KB, I don't care who takes the name. I don't care if you call it Pirates or you call it Chiefs. What I'm saying is this, man, it's actually disgraceful whereby, like, winning a title 8 times in a row, there's no fun in it anymore, man. There's no fun in it. I don't mind. Combine the team. Just make it first level. Like, I don't care. I don't care. All I just want you to do, I want you to just do, if you, like, even talking about you combining team is on, I will still beat you guys. What I want you to do is this.
Your downfall is coming.
The entire league. I just want the entire league to just bring out one player. I don't mind if you bring Williams from. I know you wouldn't take Williams anyway. I don't know where you get the goalkeepers from. Just pick a team. Pick a right back here from Baroka. Pick a back from
Mr. Coach. Where's the retaliation, Mr.
Coach? Just build a team. Just build.
You know what's funny, bro? You got all this chance that I still beat you in the Nedbank Cup.
Bro.
Losers, bro. And then you say I stole it from you. You're a super team, bro.
I give you the league.
Don't even try that, bro.
I want you to be happy,
Paris, bro. Don't even try it, bro. I beat both of y'all, bro.
You know what? Vita. Like, I've come to understand that in the last
dealing with a national crisis.
In the last 10 years,
national crisis,
in the last 5 years, 8 years, I can tell you for a fact that it is not Kaizer Chiefs. You won. Most of your fan base have been supporting Sundowns.
Don't even try it, bro.
They have.
When you
They
guys have
have.
it, nah, bro.
Nah,
When
Speak
you
for yourself.
nah, bro.
Don't even
Nah,
try.
Nah,
bro.
they've been
Bro.
supporting
No,
us, bro. They've been
relax,
supporting
bro.
us, though.
Relax. Richard, relax.
They
Your
Richard,
split.
stadiums are empty, bro.
yeah, speak for yourself. Speak for
Where
yourself.
the fans? Where the
Speak
fans?
for
Where the
yourself.
fans, bro?
Speak
Where
for
are your
yourself,
fans,
man.
bro? Where are your
Speak
fans?
for yourself, man.
You
Speak for
guys are
yourself.
supported by VR, bro. Don't even try it.
We don't have it in South Africa.
VR,
I'm
that's
telling
your
you.
reality,
The
bro.
Thank you
fan
so
base I
much for
have-
reminding me about the lack of fans.
The fan base I have, bro. I've
What
been
fan base, bro?
Chiefs and Pirates.
Hey, but
They are
it's
excited.
a loud
Like,
minority, that one. Eh?
Bro, we
The
saw
stuff
we
with
saw
Chloorkop
it
doesn't
with Mama
count as
Joy.
fans, bro. The
We
stuff
saw
with
it
Chloorkop
with
doesn't
Mama
count,
Joy. Mama Joy is one of them.
bro. He's a paid
And there are
employee, bro.
many more,
Paid employees
bro.
don't count.
There are many more.
Hey, you don't get to come here late and
Therefore-
come to tell us, yeah, wait a minute,
No,
wait your turn. Hey, you guys are
I'm going
still a lot
somewhere.
away.
I'm going somewhere, KB. I'm
Okay,
going
so
somewhere, KB.
let's hear where this trend
Because
is leading.
the honest
Yeah.
truth is this, man. I want this league to represent. And in a situation whereby we have Jordan down Sanders right now, look at it now. Club World Cup June, it's only Sundowns in South Africa. Pirates is not there. Chiefs. I want to tell me about football heritage, bro. That is in the mud, man. Like your teams are in the mud. Like I represent Africa.
Look.
It's shameful.
Look. I think, Khotso, thank you for reminding me. The fact that these guys don't have fans might be something, because hey, ever since we started this conversation, I've been counting club by club. Wait. I've been counting club by club. Honale Juventus. They only went down because they decided to sign CR7 and thought everything would be fine, and they never had the greatest style of play. And also, yes, they dominated, but I think it wasn't because of their strength per se. It was just because of the lack of the other clubs doing something. Because even in that 10 years that they were winning, I don't think they won a Champions League. Sharp. Then there is Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich, it has the fans. It has the country's pride. You can't do anything to Bayern Munich. Sharp. And then you get Ajax is the same. And then you also have City now, which is recent, but they don't have fans. And they did go through a dip. Let's put that one to the side. And then in France, same thing with PSG. So I'm looking at PSG and I'm looking at Man City. So Vele, they've left us in the dust, and they're just looking at Champions League, because that's what PSG and Man City do every season. So
Here's the flop, though. Here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing, my chance. The real problem, like, I've got a big problem. You know, Pedro, we can cry about what Temba's saying, but what irks me the most is that the club have now earned him the right to do that. Like, Sundowns can actually have enough bans over the next 10 years, and nobody can say anything about it. They've earned it because Dennis Onyango has 12 PSL league titles, my chance.
Wow, crazy, man.
This man has how long has he been playing football for? But only 12 PSL league titles. Only one as an individual. He medaled himself. And to speak on how they got there, the whole PSG example, but Sundowns, I think for the last 5 years, and this is where we really lost the gap. This is where our owners, for the last 5 years, Sundowns have been approaching transfer markets with the Champions League and Club World Cup in mind. Not at all considering the PSL. They're not happening here because this is where they scout players and they also play here, and this is where they're from. But when they're looking for players, they're looking for it with a global
perspective, ne?
State of mind. And even more, the only reason they only have Allende and Riveiro and I don't know how many foreigners is because the league is a limit. If there was no limit, I am certain that we'll be seeing Sundowns starting 7 foreigners in the next few years. And the fact that we have done nothing as a club to compensate for it, like okay, to be fair, Pirates came close this season. Even with the youngsters, it's possible to come close, but I think even Man City proved it. If you're going to compete with them season in, season out, you have to make those investments. And I think we, as the two clubs, that just a tad too far behind. It's now going to take a ridiculous investment just
But I
to
think
cover
you guys,
a little bit of the gap.
you guys are in a better place. You have to understand, I am fighting too many demons. I've got my ownership who doesn't want to invest, who consistently makes poor choices. And then those choices also make poor choices on the field because my players don't know. So I have to fix the mindset of my ownership, first of all. That's the first battle because it will start from the top going down to the bottom. That's what I'm saying. See, Chiefs, don't even add us. I can't even get into top 8. Don't even add us.
And then you can't.
The problems are not the same.
You can't compete with Sundowns and Victory if you've got questionable ownership problems. Like your house has to be in order if you're going to compete with that machine.
That's what I've been telling people.
Started there.
Because you see, if you've got the right ownership, if you're talking about a global mindset, the right ownership will recognize that, yes, Nabi won Nedbank, but it's still not good enough. Because winners will say, sharp, you won this thing, but holistically, the season's been poor. You've underperformed everywhere else. The season wasn't just the Nedbank Cup. What did you do in the league? Technically, the league is your bread and butter. It's the barometer that tells us, can you compete with your peers? Because let's say by God's grace, we win the CAF. Sharp, that's nice, but that's knockout football. I can't even beat Amazulu here at home. Come on, Chief. Like you can't buy bread at home, but you want to be out there with other kids. So if the right ownership would have said, Nabi, thank you, you won, go on a high note, bye. And then they would have got somebody else.
Go.
But because they've got a rotten mindset, no, we believe in the coach. Guess what? Now the fans get infected by the same nonsense and also believe what Kaizer and all of them stupids are saying. They're saying, guys, but Nabi won us the first trophy 10 years. Chiefs doesn't like trophies. No, guys. I think Chiefs forgot how to be champions. Champions see, they see what other people are doing. And by other people, it's Sundowns in this case in our league, because they're the only people who are serious about life. They look at that and say, Chief, that's the barometer. We are 9th. How do we go from here to there? Yes. It's not this guy. It's not these players, and it's not this technical team. We have to fundamentally change everything. Because once the head understands that, it goes down. I mean, look at Chelsea. Chelsea, when they were under Abramovich, is a clear case study for that. That guy demanded excellence from himself. And therefore, it trickled down. And people made fun of Chelsea for years to say, but you guys are getting rid of managers. No. We want to win. Those guys won the Champions League with Di Matteo and said bye-bye because they wanted their league. And people need to stop throwing away the league. Your league is home. You can't say you're the champions of Africa.
It's actually the most important, bro.
Yes. You can't be
the most important because the league, sorry, just cut you for 1 second. The league, over everything else, the reality is that everything else is a cup competition. The league table never lies. Like you can be, for example, you can be the best team, not the best team in Europe always wins the Champions League.
Yes.
But when the team that wins the league in their respective league has items of competing anything, because again, the league doesn't lie after 38 games. It aggregates your true performance on our cases 30 games. And for the last 15 seasons, the league has been telling us that same story, that Sundowns is the number 1 team in South Africa. And that thing is the real problem.
And our owners fail to recognize that. Our owners have their... Like the way they celebrated Nedbank was criminality. Because I'm like, Chief, you are 9th. You are not... I understand in 10 years. But if you look up, there's Cheaper United, there's Stellenbosch, there's this person. You understand that this show is called the Big Three, and you are nowhere near the 3rd position in this Big Three. You can't even smell the Big Three. But you are celebrating Nedbank. No, Nedbank should be by the way, because you're so good at what you do on your daily basis that you find yourselves in a situation where you are playing a Pirates and a Sundowns. Those should be a by the way. Yeah. It should be expected. But because you see complacency allows you to believe that this cup means you're going in the right direction. No, it's not. It's you. Then you are failing to evaluate the problem, and that's how Sundowns. So this thing, as much as Sundowns has invested a lot, guys, any ownership in this league that recognizes what they're doing and how they're doing it. You don't have to match them because they've got money. But if you can match the ambition, you will get at least close to what they're doing.
Yeah, I think one thing that also just bugs me is the fact that nobody's complaining. Like, I don't hear enough of other teams getting into, or like, let's say a coach loses against Sundowns, or maybe whatever, press conference, interview, or something like that. Nobody's complaining like, hey, Sundowns level, not this, Sundowns that, everybody just seems fine with it. Nobody's like, where are these charges going to come from if nobody charges them? Champions. Ow.
When you lose to Sundowns, they're the league champions. We lost to a very good team today.
Everybody's just trying to protect themselves, dog. Nobody's seeing this problem.
But you know what it is? Let's talk South Africa now, because there's football and then there's our country. And I think fundamentally we have to accept that there's some dodginess going on amongst the top people. Let's be honest. Because any other country looks at this and says, whoa, how can these guys spend 300 million and the last other child can only spend 10? Where is the 300 million coming off from, first of all? And where now? Why can you only spend 10? There needs to be a level of regulation. Mm-hmm. But the lack of regulation, because this thing is not going to be changed by us fans. We can see that, we can't compete with the money of Sundowns. You're telling me that the people who are supervising the sports itself can't see this and say, but where's the fair play? So the fact that the guys at the top are not concerned, what can the coach say? The coach will also say, guys, we lost to a better team and move on with life. He's paid to say that.
Mm-hmm. Yo, does FFP affect wages, Jens?
Yes, it does.
Yeah,
it does. So there's a cap. I get an
that's
FFP.
Not a big thing, bro.
I get an FFP in its essence says your club makes this much revenue. And based on that revenue, you can only spend an X amount. Within that X amount that you can spend, that goes towards transfers as well as your wage system. That's why you will see teams loan out players so that they can balance the books in that way. To say that, okay, we used to have a player that was on 300,000 a week, but we've sent them to another team that's covering 70%, which then balances our books to be able to get in another player. So it affects both your buying power as well as your ability to give a big contract. That's why a team like Man United can still pay millions in wages, even though they are like 17. But a team like Aston Villa could win the league and not be able to spend what we are spending because we make more money as a business than that team does. So that's why regulation, to a degree, it doesn't always work. I mean, look at Newcastle. I mean, what do we call it? Everton and Forest. They brought FFP, paid with points, and moved on with life. So it helps, but it doesn't help at the same time.
Yeah, but there must be some sort of penalty because, for example, especially the Sundowns thing. I think there's a reason why when I think about closing the gap on Sundowns, it's almost impossible. First of all, there is no team in South Africa that can compete with Sundowns for a player. That player must decide on his own, from his own heart, or I would like to play for Orlando Pirates, or I would like
playing time.
But as far as the chairman and the offer from Sundowns are concerned, nobody can compete. And that thing is, first of all, I think that's the biggest thing. For example, right now, apparently, all three of us are in the race for Powers Pasadine. If I'm Powers Pasadine and I find out that, Sundowns is finally in the race, well, here we go. I take my contract, I secure my future, and I'll figure out the game time thing later. I don't need to play every game, bro. Like, the disparity has become so big in that
Saudi Pro League.
Sundowns contracts.
Yasin, I don't know, just because now Sundowns is even used to Africa now. Sundowns is also now used to Africa, which means their squad is not really getting stretched. They can go to Africa and then come practice in the PSL and go 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0.
So they've got 2 11s, that's why.
So Saudi Pro League, just go. But I think one thing I just wanted to say about for the viewers, please smash a like, Buffet too. For the viewers, this is not just let's bash them because they have money. Financial fair play is about proportion, right? So I'm pretty sure
Mm.
if Kaizer actually came and the Royal AM thing was a thing, and then 5 years down the line, the top two are AM and Sundowns, I think they would have been more of a murmur, as just that, the respect for Motsepe, you wanna make a rule, at the end of the day, it still needs to go to the top, and he still needs to sign off on it and all of that. So, like, if there's going to be financial fair play, it's between him and Koza. That's funny, bro.
But also, financial fair play
Yeah.
also protects teams from bankruptcy, because what used to happen is that people used to buy and just use them to like get debt essentially on the name of the club.
Yeah.
And what happens is that sometimes you find that they don't pay that debt off, and then that club doesn't exist anymore. So it's also a way of managing the club's financial circumstances so that they don't cease to exist because they're irresponsible owners in football, essentially. So that's why but the problem, and I just thought about it now, these guys are going, even if you try to use it from a profitability point of view, the World Cup's money makes them, we can't compete already. So even if you put in financial fair play,
50 million. 50 million just by showing your face alone. 50 million.
If you put it in now.
I've heard Temba say that for every single podcast for the last 3 podcasts.
50 million. 50 million. Not in rands. Not in rands. Not in rands, guys. Not in rands. 50 million.
Rupert, Elon, please buy my club.
Yo.
Just go and bully those guys and take their family business. I don't care. In Tesla, we believe.
What I will say is this, man. It will not really be a bad idea to implement FFP. Because why I said so is that if FFP is being implemented, I think as much as I believe Sanders are doing well, I don't think when it comes to the revenue part of it, they can come anywhere close to Chiefs and Pirates. Because for me, I believe Pirates
don't make no revenue, bro.
Yeah, just like Vegeta is right now. Like, I don't know how Vegeta finds himself in that situation by he's a fan of Kaizer Chiefs and is fan of United. The thing is that when you talk about the commercial deals, the fan base, the revenue, they both have it. Yes, they might be wallowing in 9th position after playing 28 games. 31 points. Like it's crazy. 31 points. Like you've played more games. Like I could say you've played about 2 more games than Pirates in second with 56 points. Like 31 games. Like come on, man.
Bro.
Like Nabi. Like Nabi. Like if I was the owner of Kaizer Chiefs, Nabi won the Nedbank Cup, yes. But as he won it, I'll be saying, security, escort him out, please. Escort him out. Honestly, because I'm sorry, it's not good enough. So back to what I'm saying about the revenue. When it comes to the revenue and the commercial, everything is still Pirates and Chiefs. And I believe that will give them that buying power over Sundowns. Because like what Peter said initially, you look at a club like Newcastle, whereby they are the richest club in the world. They could literally buy any player they want. But because of that FFP, it restricts them. Now we know that Mamelodi Sundowns win trophies. But yet again, I don't think they've got we don't have that fan base. They buy, like, when it comes to the fan base, we do not really have it. And for me, I'm
certain that Sundowns' prize money doesn't even cover a fraction of your wage bill, bro. You guys have a very serious wage bill in there, and a whole lot of players. Like, if FFP comes along, Vele, you guys have to start chopping.
Bro, you have to sell people, bro.
And that's why I don't.
Motsepe can make it work because obviously he has the companies that he can just, instead of putting the money cash from his pocket, just put it through there and make it sponsorship. I mean, he still
No, you can't do that as well. You can't do that as well.
New sponsor. Hey guys, new
You can't do
sponsor.
that as well. You can't do that as well.
That's sounding like Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi.
crazy.
Honestly,
I'm
it's
just
not.
saying.
It can't do it. It can't do that as well because I'm sorry, man. If there's anything, I don't want to be in probably in a relegation fight. I know definitely that Pirates and Chiefs will be so happy to be like, yes, just send them down. And I know NFD.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's not about going to NFD because I can still tell you that you send my team now to NFD. I'll tell you, Chiefs do not win the PSL. Pirates do not win the PSL.
Pirates will win. It's fine.
Oh,
Pirates will win it either.
But who's going to beat Pirates? Who's going to beat? No.
Golden Arrows. Is
Pirates not second this year? Why am I defending Pirates, bro?
This guy's gonna say my case now. He's 5 to saying my case. Yeah, I know. He's got it in his pocket. Khotso, let me ask. You really want Nabi out, bro?
Yeah.
And what is the fan base's opinion on that? But tell me why you actually want Nabi out, bro, because come on. I mean, that's a long drought, bro.
We can start with
I want to add, sorry, KP, before you answer, Jose, I also want to add a little part to that question. If the answer is yes, is the Chiefs' job not career suicide for the coach? Please go on.
Well, that's my speciality. As Timber mentioned, I also support Man United. So both of them is a very hot job. But no, guys, seriously, I come from a lineage of winning, okay? Yes, there's been 10 years of drought, but I'm not like these new school fans who, this is all they've known. You know, there are kids who were born 10 years ago. This is the first trophy they're seeing in their lives.
Come on.
So they don't know what lifting an ABSA, they don't even know there's an ABSA premiership, guys, by the way. They don't know there was a thing. We won it. So I say this to say that for me, my expectation isn't just win a cup. I'm looking at my league form and my performance and the irregularity of how we perform. If I can't trust you to win, let's say 4 games and a draw. I don't think that's I don't think we've ever pulled that off this season. Wait, let me fix my camera.
Call.
No, I made it.
Okay, no, wait, chill. Yes, we could.
Yes, okay.
So,
but I don't think at any point in time has Chiefs ever done 3 consecutive wins ever this season. It's either been a win, loss next game, win, draw next game. Like there's never been a pattern of consistency. And statistically, if I'm looking at that, what confidence should that give me going into next season to say, Chief, you can't even get into top 8. Top 8 is like top 4 for us in South Africa, technically. These 8 positions.
For you, maybe,
you've got,
bro.
We made top 4. I mean, top 8. Same thing.
you can't even make it. Bro, you're going to be watching the Pirates League next season and you're not there again. So all the Nedbank does for us is it ends a drought, which is nice. It breaks that thing of it's the elephant in the room. We haven't won it sharp. But overall, I have to assess your performance throughout the whole season, Nabi. And to be honest, Carling, dololo. League, dololo. So I can't justify keeping you in a job because of this. Because it's high stakes. That's just me as a fan. I'm not the ownership. I'm just saying that it's tiring to be here and to not have chest. I have no chest. I go to the bench every Monday and nothing's growing because my team gives me nothing to be proud of. And for that reason, I need to fire him, Chief. Because no matter what, I know Sundowns won, but you guys have had points in your season where you can be proud of Pirates or where you could chat with other teams in the league. Nobody could just, for us, other people felt like, oh, we're playing Chiefs. Oh, 3 points. That sounds like, I like that fixture. And I don't like that, bro. That's what this guy's brought. You've brought but you can't even fix the home form, at least. Home form. Make it a fortress. Win at home, Chief. Be José then. Be Mourinho. Nothing. And we all
Hold
know about
on, don't
offside-
be so hasty, bro. It's his first
No,
season.
no. Let's think about this. It's an offside goal against Sundowns and a disregarded red card against you guys. That's keeping this guy in a job. That's ridiculous to me, bro. Like, if I'm being honest, those 2 games we went like the best team. We just capitalized on.
And you also played the worst side of the season.
Yeah. We just capitalized on poor refereeing and a lapse in concentration from our opposition. That's it, bro. Any other if you ask Sundowns to play that same game or Paris to play that same game again, they're gonna beat us. And we know this because you guys beat us 3 times before that game. We beat Sundowns for the first time since 2021. Chief, there's nothing about your coaching that fills me with confidence. If we go to NFD, hey, God forbid, we're going to go back to Tsipe with you. That's how much confidence I have in this guy.
Okay, how important is the Kev Confed?
It's important from a monetary perspective. I just want to stay there for the money, to be honest, because yeah, bro, we need money, bro. Look at who we're competing with out in these streets, bro. We need
whoever you can get.
Fade.
That's what I'm saying. Bro, the teams I support, they are having the same sort of life right now. Because both of them need to win trophies, not for the sake of trophies. No, we are past that point. We're in hell.
Okay, hold on, bro. Did Nabi? If you're saying he must go, ne? Are you saying with his current roster, he genuinely should have made top 3 with his current roster?
No, not top 3, but guys, MTN 8. Is that too much? 8.
Oh, no. I'm actually seeing it as a little bit of a blessing in disguise because MTN 8 plays at the same time as the playoff that round before the group stages or whatever. Yeah, Kev. So it could be an advantage. It really could be an advantage.
But you know what it is? I've never watched football whereby a team that's got less games is at an advantage. For some reason, how games seem to perform better in a season, to be honest. Because I've seen teams that say, yeah, we're not in the Continental Cup, so we'll have 1 game to train. Smacked. So I don't buy it. Me personally.
Yo, I would have loved to have beaten you guys at Nedbank so we could be like, a whole 2 weeks, 2 games, we are playing 4, and look at what we are doing to you.
This would have been, I would have questioned being on this podcast. I'm not going to lie to you. I would have to reevaluate, why am I here? Who's there on the league? Maybe we need to find a fan from their team.
Yeah, nah. How do you guys feel about the new Betway trophy thing?
Obli, I'm sorry, man. Like,
is that why you're calling it the Hubbly Public trophy?
Bro, sometimes you want to ask questions like, who comes up with this concept?
That guy who put it out, he was so proud.
Like, we went from an actual trophy to that
a cup.
320 million.
Cup,
that time is 320 million spent on an Obli. I don't understand. 320 million.
They spent Sundown squad on that trophy.
Bro,
I don't.
How do you even do such a thing?
Like, for me,
what about 30 million? Hold on.
No, I think they sponsored it for 320 million.
No ways.
Who did that?
I'll see
Betway.
that. Betway now.
Hey, Betway has money.
Yeah.
Is that how they choose to spend their loot? Yeah.
No, the thing is, Betway broke records with I know the sponsorship is very big. I think it's close to $1 billion, if not just over $1 billion. It's the biggest league sponsor deal since ever and whatnot. I'm just shocked that, like, with all that's going on for it, and they had, I get it, the whole league started late, and they've had since then basically Basari unveiling the cup, working on it. I understand how you can spend 10, 11, 12 months.
I'm sorry, that's a damn
I know
great.
the whole organization working on the trophy, but I know there's a guy somewhere whose entire job, or at least a significant part of his job this last couple of months, has been the trophy. It's just sad to see that's what
That is a
happened.
downgrade, though. It's a downgrade, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take a look at this. I've got it showing here on the side. Can you guys just take a look at this? What is this? I may need a new pair of glasses. What the hell is this thing?
But you know what's crazy though? Have you seen some of the AI concepts that some fans have made?
Bro,
Are so much better than this. I'm like, bro, how is it taking normal people on the internet can create a better cup?
yeah, and it take them to spend 320 million on that nonsense.
Yeah.
I want to investigate, man. Honestly, we need to investigate and understand where that money went to, because it's crazy.
But we should have known when that guy came out with that tuxedo and he looked so proud. We should have known that this is not going the way we needed to go.
Honestly, bro. Honestly.
Because they basically bought you guys a shisha pipe. You guys, you go to like a Chisanyama and you can buy Hubbly Bubbly there. They got you an overpriced shisha pipe, bro. It's ridiculous. All the dominant. They said go smoke shisha. Yo.
So the shisha holder, Temba, you are facing a pyramid scheme this weekend. The next time we talk, you are going to be telling me about how your first leg went. Tana, is it first leg home or away?
I think the first leg is at home.
It's at home.
It's at home.
I think it's that the same thing they had in the semis, home and then away.
Yeah.
And how are you feeling about
I'm
the
not
fixture?
scared. I'm not scared. First of all, I'm not scared of Pyramid, because at first I felt they were actually robbed. You know, when they played against was the Chiefs. That goal they scored the root for offside. I don't understand that goal was offside. You guys tried everything you could do to just go through, but the guy said, no, man, we are going through anyway. But I'm not scared of you, man. I'll get the job done. With you guys' approval or without your approval, because I know for sure you guys don't want me bringing that star. You don't want to.
No.
Look at coach. Look at coach. I swear, shaking his head.
No, it's because you
Look at coach.
It's because you saw it as just now. I'm
You
making you
don't want to know
proud.
what I would trade.
I'm making you
just to
guys
make sure
proud.
that
I'm bringing the company. Like, okay, we are
In
all,
Egypt, we believe.
we are all happy. We are all happy that the under 20s they got the job done, and they did it in a way whereby I liked. They beat those guys. You see those 30-year-old Nigerian players. They smashed them. Those guys who will tell you they're under 15, under 17. There's no way. Those guys are somebody's father in Nigeria. They've got to eat. We know those folks. So I love the fact that they beat those guys and went to Morocco, smashed Morocco as well. We are proud. We are happy. So I want to do the same thing. I want to do the same thing as well. Go there, bring the cup back home. So we should be united as one.
No, Timber.
No, nobody wants the Sundowns camp in SA, Chief. It's not welcome.
There's nobody. It's you and all the people at Chloorkop.
Hey, that guy better be fit.
We don't want to see that, bro.
Because
dog, you don't want to know what I would trade just to make sure that Sundowns loses that game. I want to bet you if we can get a pick at Loftus, that would be any Christmas present.
But what I want is this, man. That game, I don't want a situation where we play a 0-0 draw. That game, I need to win that game, because honestly, going to Egypt, especially after knocking out Al Ahly, I think, I'm sure the fans are going to come out in their thousands. Like just like you guys are not willing to support me right now. But I'm telling you, on that day, you will see fans of Zamalek. You will see fans of
Chiefs. Yes, you're right.
Hey, those guys are in need of fans.
Honestly, so I'll get the job done. I believe my players are going to get the job. They know what time it is.
So you understand the assignment? You might draw, but you could win at home.
It's the battle of the fantasy team.
I want to win the game. Win at home, go there. If you can get a win, fine. If you cannot, if it's a draw, I'll take it all day. But still, my eyes, it's still on you, Cardoso. I'm just checking again. My eyes, my eyes are on you, bro. My eyes are on you, bro. Honestly.
Sure.
Pirates, do you guys think you would have beaten them over the 2 legs in the CAF final?
If Sundowns, no,
Sundowns.
no. Oh, Sundowns. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Come
Relax,
on.
man. Relax.
Come on.
Relax.
Corre, it just makes me so sad.
And cup final.
You remember, Mr. Coach, we were there. We were watching Sundowns, and then we were like, yes, Sundowns wins. We don't have to worry about Al Ahly for the final. It's all going to be held at home. Yep. Oh, yes, we don't have to travel.
Not me. You crash it as well.
We were excited to put you in your place.
And it's crazy. That game, it was crazy. When I looked at the score and I said, oh, Sundowns are winning, Pirates are winning. I was like, okay. It's easy peasy for me, man. Then I came back and I saw they won 3-2. I'm like, how? But
bro,
man,
don't forget one thing, bro. Let's not forget that if we made it to the final, South Africa, and
you would have still
wasn't going to stumble against. José wasn't going to stumble against no Sundowns and no final now.
Cardoso, if you don't win that game, please don't come back to the country, man. Just from there. From there, if you don't win it, from there, just go back to wherever it's Portugal, Brazil. Just
I wanted to ask, Temba. Temba, you actually don't like Cardoso and you complain about him. Isn't it interesting that he matched Rulani's point record, 73 points, and he also surpassed his record? I think guys got 65 goals this season. You still don't think he's convincing?
That is not on Cardoso, bro. Those are non players. That guy does not strike me as somebody that has a clue of what he's doing, honestly. Because when you look at Ronaldo, you can actually see that he impacts his things in those players. Yeah. But with Cardoso, man, you just look as if, man, you just feel as if the players are the one just turning up for it and let us win. This man does not have a clue what he's doing, man. Just like what I've been talking about Ancelotti this season, everybody. The guy just look as if, no, man, the players will be like, let's do it. Let's do it for us. Not for this manager, for us.
So you're saying you would have liked Mangoba to stay?
No, I would have wanted. I would take Mokoena right now back since he's not in the job. I would take him back as well. Honestly.
A man wins a league and then you say, it's fine, you can go.
yeah, you can go.
But I must keep Nabi for winning a Nedbank Cup.
Yes! We are all in different places here. No, but Mfethu, I would say be careful what you wish for, Mfethu. Let them fire. Let them fire. Let's hold it out. Don't forget 10.
No, you know what it is? I think we learned from Mr. Dipaloni on his head. You mustn't do that again. No.
Yeah.
So, guys.
Nah, you guys are capable of getting 10 girls. Honestly speaking, you're capable.
So, guys, the leagues.
I'll take
the leagues are, the teams in the league right now, ne? I don't know how many teams actually survive and get a new owner. But as we are discussing this whole thing of regime and Sundowns running away with it, even though Pirates and Chiefs are being run by the children of the original owners and stuff like that, I feel like it's still the original owners at the end of the day. Is there a chance that after some time, because I don't think in our lifetimes we are still going to have to find out who's going to do the bidding. Do you think it's just going to be lineage, family, and then keep the same philosophy? Obviously, you got to keep the same philosophy and everything, but I feel like the reason why there isn't so much pushback is because pushback on Sundowns, of course. Temba, I'm looking at you. The reason is because when you look at, let's say, there's probably like 7, 8 to 12 stable PSL teams that don't get changed status and things like that. Because these days, when you change owner, now you have to change stadium. Now you might even have to change the name of the team. It's just weird because I've seen with international teams, they can change an owner or a boss or somebody high up, and then the club either improves or gets worse depending on how they run it. But they can change the philosophy. Yeah, I think it's Ryan Reynolds, one of those actors. And now they are climbing and climbing and climbing. So do you guys think we have a chance for that, or is it just going to be another Mutaung, and another Khoza, and another Khoza, and another Motsepe, or friends of, and it's just going to carry on like that, and then the rest of the clubs below change status and things like that? Or is there a chance, guys? Is there a chance that we can say, hey, hi?
I think there's a chance.
We need a director.
Yeah. But what else is this, man? First of all, the owners, the original owners of the club, sometimes, because there's something you get to see with football of these days. The kids that takes over might not really be a fan of football. They might not be a fan of the club, because the guys that was the original owners, they are a fan as a footballer, and they supported the team as well. And that could actually see them, no, I don't like the fact we're losing games. Okay, what can I do to change this? Sack this manager, get these players to just improve team. But with the other generation, whereby inherits the club from the parents or wherever, or whoever they get it from, might not really be a fan.
They might not be attached to it.
We saw what happened at Leicester City. Before the owner died, they won what? They won the Premiership, whereby because the guy was a fan, he loved football in every way he could. Immediately the son took over. What happened? Leicester got relegated because the guy was not pumping any money like the dad would do. So sometimes that also plays a massive factor. Before you like, the person also needs to be a fan of not just football, but a die-hard fan. Because if you're a diehard fan of the club, you will not be happy to see the club where it is. You want to make changes, something to happen. But I think there's a chance, and it also needs to start from the fans. They can do a protest whereby we don't like the way the club is being run. Something needs to change. Something else to change. Because no matter how you see it, it helps South African football in general. It's like it's a lot. It does help them. So I think there's a chance, but it will need, the fans as well to come up and say, no, guys, this is not working out. It's either you guys, because the way I see Chiefs and Pirates, I could say it's like your Madrid, whereby it's not just owned by you don't own it. It's owned by the fans. Yeah. That's how when I look at the fans, the fan base, that's how it strikes me. People take it really personal. When they lose games, they take it really personal. So for me, I think there's a chance. There's a massive chance. Just as, call it out and the media as well.
I also think there's a chance, bro.
Yeah.
I think there's a chance, and I'll tell you why. Beyond the fan bases and the lineage, because I look at families. Traditionally, when families build businesses, the grandkids of those families tend not to care. They want to cash out. All they know is they've grown up with the money. So when somebody proposes the idea of, hey, look, you don't like this thing anymore, we can give you X amount based on what we think the value will be over a certain period, they tend to take it. So history tells me it might not happen in our lifetime, but it will happen. That's what I think. But also, if you look at where South African sports now, this is bigger than us, because South African sports is doing so well, and you've got countries like in the Middle Eastern region that are investing in sports. At some point, these guys are going to pay attention to us, because you can't have Sundowns doing Sundowns things here. You can't have Amachita doing Amachita. South Africa decides to qualify for World Cup, maybe get to round of 16, whatever they do. All of a sudden, these guys are going, oh, what's going on in South Africa? And the moment those guys, because these owners have never seen money like that one. They must just ask England. They've never seen anybody say 2 billion euros. Do what? 2 billion euros.
And we do have a chance, bro. We do have a chance. Like Brazil, South America time zone is wrong. they don't speak English, and whatever is going on with the club scene, I feel like it just seems beyond. Like, have you seen the
But that
stadiums?
administration isn't that good either.
The World Cup stadiums are
Yeah, the administration isn't that
dilapidated.
good.
And their World Cup was after hours, but their stadiums look worse than ours. So I actually think Saudi Pro League sharp, we can't even read your team's names. I feel like we're in a good spot. I feel like we're in a good spot to make it to the World Cup, have a Cocomelon dribble a couple of guys, and then they're like, who's this Lamine Yamal from South Africa? Oh, okay, no, they're nice though. They're nice. And even on social media or mostly YouTube, the reactions of African football, just like with the rugby, they're showing us. So actually, if we can get that kind of money, and if the top of the PSL can say, now we're going to financial fair play, and then Kaizer get some advice before they buy a club and change the name and throw it away, if we can just get those structures right, I think that's actually more important than what happens with the club owners. Last thing I just want to say before I give you guys a chance to say the last things and then we wrap it up is just that, if we have that structure, I have a feeling that club by club, it will be a thing. Or you sure you want to own a club? League. If you don't know what you're doing, it's not just going to affect you and your pocket and your fans and your football jersey. It's going to affect the whole league. So there must be a process in which you must be qualified, man, or something. Just have, the right expertise. Because we're in a good moment right now. However, fair to to wrap up, Mr. Coach.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Before I want to just wrap up my thoughts on the thing. I actually think the whole family business thing will keep running for quite a while. Definitely for our lifetimes, might even go on further. My reason is that they're just too big of businesses and institutions for them to just be passed around. In South Africa, it's very clearly a family culture. Football is a family sport. It's a family event, and being able to have like before that, and everything. It's how the game is. We especially even in teams, we've had brothers in teams. Yeah, it's a family sport, and then about the top 3 big teams are being run now by the second generation. And they're doing quite well. Okay, Go Chiefs now. They've been struggling from a trophy. Hold on. From a trophy point of view, yes, they have struggled, right? But commercially, as a brand name, Chiefs' second generation has actually done exceptionally well. They are even doing better than probably they were doing a couple of years ago. You look at citing La Cosa name. I don't know why that's bad on my side. The one who's currently running things. Pirates over the last 5-10 years have pretty much maintained what Pirates has been over the last 30 years. So clearly he's got things running just fine. I'm pretty sure that he can continue that for a while, and his offspring as well. Chloorkop will argue that they are doing better than how they were doing with Petris. So that's a very successful dynasty, if you ask me. So yeah, to me, it looks like, especially for the big clubs, maybe it might be difficult for the smaller clubs, but even the smaller ones, to go Black Leopards, Nelly TDA, like Ntwana High now who's running the club.
Yeah.
So I think it's a culture. So I don't see what stops that. I know, yes, dynasties are most likely to stop in the third generation, like what I said, but I just think it's a cultural thing for us, Mumzanti. I don't see the topic.
Let's remember this topic for the next one.
Billionaire. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, it just takes 1 billionaire to bring back Bloemfontein Celtics, and all of a sudden your bushbacks and everybody who died will look up and say, eh?
All right.
1 billionaire, bro. Just wild.
Temba, I think for us to ignore you, all I want from you is a score prediction for this weekend's game, which is the only game that will be playing in Africa this weekend.
Yeah, because it takes a bigger team to do, I'm just. It's not my fault, though.
Yeah.
So I would say it 2-0. I'll win the game 2-0. 2-0. I'll go 2-0.
2-0. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. You heard that, folks. 10 November. Khotso. Hey. Have you seen your form guide? Last 5. Kilo what are your last 5? Ring gray for draw,
Nedbank.
red for loss, green for win.
Nedbank. Focus.
Who are you guys playing next? Who you got next?
I think it's Polokwane in the final game of the season, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh, a win there could actually mean something for you. Hey,
my focus is on. We just need to find a way to be in the top 8 properly next year. This die-hard stuff is boring now. I can't. This heart attack stuff, I can't next year. My season is over, so my energies are going to be turned towards supporting Pyramids. Come on, Pyramids.
Are you beating Polokwane or not? Or you just don't care?
I don't care really, to be honest. But you know what? These guys are funny. These guys are criminals. On the one time I don't care about them, they're gonna hurt my feelings and win because I'll be like, I didn't care, and then you guys win all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? We'll see. We leave it in God's hand. I need to concentrate my support towards Egypt and all the hate towards Temba because I'm tired of this.
My God.
Tired of this, bro.
My God.
2-1 Pyramids. I'm tired of this.
Away. 2-1 Pyramids. Polokwane City is not looking good themselves. They also have a horrific form guide thing because it's you guys 7, Polokwane 8, Cheaper 9, Chiefs. All red and gray for the last 5 games. Nobody wants to top 8. So it might be exciting, bro. It might be exciting.
It might be just 1-0 to Chiefs, to be honest. I can see that.
Even Marumos, I don't know who they're playing, but that is going to be exciting to see. So good luck, guys. Good luck, Mr. Coach. We are playing tomorrow, Super Sport. They are fighting for relegation. We are fighting for dignity.
Don't tell me what even have rivals.
I want to say something now. You know what is this, man? You know, sorry, Coach. I want to say something. And this is why I said something needs to be done to the league. Because I tell you not, you look at a team like SuperSport United, they are on 26 points.
Yeah.
And they are fighting relegation.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas,
no, it's on a derby.
Whereas there's Kaizer Chief with 31 points, like 26 points and 31 points, like difference of just 5 points.
Mm-hmm.
For me, that game,
did
I
you
would
really
be going.
have to, bro?
I'm just saying. I'm just.
I'm not embarrassing my rivals. I'm not embarrassing my rivals. I'm not fighting relegations.
I'm just saying something, man. Look at the point gap. The point gap is not just.
You might not have a derby next year, bro. You have problems. They might not be a derby.
Bro. Man.
But anyway, let's hand over to the coach.
Hand over, coach. Go on.
It's a game that means nothing in Petro. It means nothing to be gained from it. But as a Mapagania, we really need some light in our lives. We could use a win. It won't mean anything, but look, last week's draw was painful. Even though it didn't count for anything, it was painful to witness, painful to accept that things are dilapidating. So I just want to see a win. I will take a 1-0. I'll complain about it. Doesn't matter. I just want to win. But I'm with Khotso Mfethu. Yes, I have my own business to take care of this week, Super Sport, and I think we're also playing Amazulu this week, is it not? But I am also sending my energy to Cairo. If I could do it, I would fly to. Oh, it's in Loftus.
Yeah.
My energy in Loftus.
Good.
I want to see Pyramids end this tie in Pretoria.
Mr.
If
Coach,
they can just make my day. Yeah.
let's drive close to
Yeah.
Loftus and then make sure we have no petrol. By the time we get close, make the cars stand horizontally in the road, block the road. Hey, you get out of the way. Hey, we don't have gas on. Just cause traffic.
Crazy.
No trouble, mayhem, something.
Yeah, okay, that's a dope one. Give us your prediction then. 2-1 Vegeta, 2-0 Temba. Mr. Coach?
Aye. Me, I won't predict. I'll tell you what I want. It's 2-0 Pyramids. Based on my praise.
I say Piston Mayele praise 2-2. 2-2. Let them take it to Cairo.
Aye. Keep it.
Oh,
Not
2-away
too-
goal.
Aye.
2-away goal. Oh, come on, Mfethu. Come on.
Come
Now,
on.
I know, he's on my fate too. That's why we'll end it today. Hey, you know, we get into these shows thinking we don't have enough to talk about, and then we get into the show and you're like, hey, there's a lot to fix, yeah, in this league, especially with Temba speaking like this. But
Honestly, man, and then, look at Kutu. Look at Vegeta there. Like you're putting it basically you have the Nedbank Cup, you sleep peacefully, right? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, you have the Nedbank Cup.
Yes.
He's shameless, man.
Yes.
Man is shameless, bro.
yeah, you Temba enjoy this hubbly bubbly of yours in Fitz. Hey, don't get the real one there after the Cairo game. Fitz, let's wrap it up over there. Big 3 podcast, Happy People TV. Please smash the like. Comment with how you feel this league is going to carry on for the next 10 years when it's looking like Sundowns doesn't want to hit the brakes. Yeah, guys, and just enjoy
subscribe as well. Subscribe.
Oh yes, Machito. What content do you guys have coming up for the next week?
Oh, United's gonna stress me in the final on Wednesday, so I'm going to watch it.
It's Wednesday. I think
It's Wednesday,
okay.
bro. I have to beat Tottenham by all means necessary.
Yeah, you have to, man. Because I'm
Please
sorry,
keep Tottenham, bro.
you don't want to be the team.
I'm not coming back.
Tottenham
I'm
wins.
not coming back. I'm not coming back.
Nah, you don't want to be that
I
team.
quit YouTube. I quit. I'm not coming back.
Wait, so you're gonna be doing a watch along on Wednesday?
Football.
Fade Temba. Are you also watching?
Yeah,
that
we'll
one?
do watch them together. Yeah, I'll do watch them together. We'll do it.
Sharp. Oh, Mr. Coach, are we doing that preview for tomorrow? We'll see.
We are here. Yeah, that one we'll see. It's Mara Watch Along Showcases corner. Tomorrow we'll be here.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not for nothing. Please, my pioneer. Please.
Ish. Yeah, I know. Itara Sonomsa, thank you for the comment. Yeah, this is a Farmers League. Will we preview Pirates for that game against Supersport?
Yes.
Tell us what's exciting about Supersport, because that's the only yeah, no, we'll see if we can put that one together. I'll just put in a formation in a score prediction. Who creates a long game? I don't know, but yeah, guys, thank you very much for joining us, guys. The handles and links to the channels are in the description below. Happy People TV, Orlando Pirates fan channel. Danko.